Welcome back to Ruthless Aggression, the Kashawn story. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, real honest with you. The narrator from the previous part quit, so I'm gonna have to do this myself. Apparently he didn't like my younger self's arrogance, as we shall say. To get into the story now, as you guys saw from the last episode, my actions in the WWE draft didn't exactly translate too well. But as you can see here, I'm talking to Michael Cole, so more on that draft stuff later. But keep it in mind for now. Tonight was my debut, and I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling pretty confident, despite being in the wrong timeline, and a multitude of other issues like my missing teeth, but that's neither here nor there. Also, in case you guys hadn't noticed, my entrance isn't exactly groundbreaking yet. You know, the Thriller dance I was doing in the trailer, yeah, that didn't come till later. Vince actually told me not to do it, and also you can see Lita on my Titantron. Yeah, that was a bit of a fight to get that to happen. Also, Matt Hardy may or may not be pissed with me, so let's just let's just not talk about that. In other news, Titantron aside, this next match, my debut was up against the European champion, William Regal, who was a phenomenal wrestler and a technical wizard. So I knew this wasn't going to be easy. However, if you know anything about me, you know that I don't give up easily. And on top of that, I was eyeing that gold around his waist. I wanted it. I wanted it real bad. But, as I'm sure you probably already know, gold comes later. And boy howdy is it a good one. And I'm sure as you guys are noticing, I just put down good old William Regal. Match wasn't really that much to write home about, unfortunately. Couldn't go as long as I would have liked, but you know how it is, and when you're a noob, you don't get much respect around here, and especially after my antics at the draft, nobody was willing to respect me. Not easily, anyway. But my lack of respect didn't stop me from making friends. As you can see, I made a pretty good one in the name of, well, Maven. He was the season 1 winner of Tough Enough, WWE's old reality show that didn't quite pan out too well. Not only did I make friends with Maven, but he also became a pretty good riding buddy. And boy howdy do I got a bunch of stories to tell you. Did I just say howdy? Man, I'm old.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, King.
Not gonna lie to you guys though, even though I did have friends, that didn't stop my draft antics to catch up with me. Remember how I got mad about Eddie Guerrero getting drafted over me? Apparently he heard I was talking shit, so needless to say, me and him had a bit of a scrap. But despite both of us having the same finisher, only one frog splash was seen on this night. But unfortunately for me, my momentum was gonna be tested a little bit, as a certain someone wanted revenge. But thankfully, Maven came through for me. As I'm sure you guys have heard, on this night it was a tag team match.
And the
Maven and I elected to team up because, well, William wanted revenge for taking an L on my first night, and Eddie wanted revenge for the draft, which meant that Maven and I, well, Maven had my back, and I'm thankful for that.
and the opponents, William Regal
Latino Heat.
and the partner, Eddie Guerrero.
And together, as you can see, Maven and I gave William a, well, a little bit of deja vu from last week.
William Regal will take any shortcut to win a match. What?
But, unfortunately for me, the new guy, I was unaware of how much I had angered William Regal. But, he also wasn't aware that I was a stupid kid with a whole lot of guts.
We are all excited. We are here live from Long Island in New York. Tonight's matches are going to be great, JR. Who's that? Uh-oh. Looks like someone is seeking some revenge from last week.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous about the street fight, as was Maven, because, well, he knows that those things can be, no joke, a pretty hellacious battle, but for me, I was ready. At least I hoped I was.
Like he's encouraging.
That didn't stop me from going out there and giving it my all.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, King. And the opponent from Blackpool, England, weighing 200.
Despite what your eyes are seeing, those chair shots hurt really badly. But I can't deny, using the table was pretty fun, especially this sick-ass DDT. Gotta watch those chairs, William. And yeah, we did brawl all over the arena. Well, from the stage and ring area anyway, and it was quite fun. Though part of me do wishes we did a little bit more though. Maybe I will in a later time. Though I won't lie, this little taunt off was pretty funny, as we weren't even taunting one another. I was screaming at him to come get in the ring. He called me a bitch. I said that's false, and well, you know, stuff happened. Also, get you a friend like Maven. Although, he didn't win his match. Oh yeah, the Michael Cole and Taz interview. I won't lie, this one was a very important interview because, well, it actually led to where Vince McMahon wanted to place me in the card, more specifically on SmackDown. And I won't lie, it was nice to walk out there and hear the fans actually cheer for me. Didn't think they'd know who I was, or care for that matter, but it was a nice feeling. And I'm not gonna lie, after I took a lot of time to think about my decision on what I wanted to do, and well, you guys see what I picked. And I still stand by the decision to this day. even though you guys can see the two choices that were going through my head between the hardcore and cruiserweight, I picked the cruiserweight title. I knew that my skill set would allow me to go further in that area than anywhere else.
We are all excited. We are here live from Long Island in New York. Oh yeah!
But here's what I didn't know about that choice of saying that to Cole and Taz. I didn't know that a certain someone was listening, and he did keep an eye on me.
Has arrived at the arena.
With a strong desire to prove I was ready for a title shot, I went out there for the next couple weeks and gave it my all to prove that Vince Kennedy McMahon was right to bet on me, as I go on to do many times in the future. But that next week, I was in for a surprise when I looked at the match card. Yeah, you see it too.
We are all excited. We are here live from Detroit, Michigan. I can't wait.
Undertaker. Well, yeah, he might have been champion at the time. This wasn't about me getting an opportunity at no title. This was about him trying to teach me a level of respect. And I won't lie, even though he did teach it to me, it did take a moment to kick in, because I was a stubborn fool back then. Didn't want to listen, didn't want to learn. But I did learn. Even if I did win, I still learned. The match we went on to have was a back and forth war, and I did get chokeslammed to hell quite a number of times. But I was still coming back at him with everything I had.
Tornado DDT.
Looking back, I should have known this would not have worked, but couldn't hurt to try.
What?
Oh, and rule number 1 of wrestling The Undertaker, don't taunt him, please. Oh, and here's the part where I lost a little bit of faith in myself.
No idea what just happened. Reminds me of last night.
I was shooketh when he did that. Like I said, I took quite a bit of choke slams. But Taker took some hits as well. And after a brutal and long match, I finally saw my opportunity, and I took it. You know, this match with Taker did a lot for me, and I'm thankful for that. Just wish his lesson stuck with me a bit better, especially in the beginning of my career.
We're all excited. We are here live from Memphis in Tennessee. This is exciting.
Ah, the Japanese buzzsaw Tajiri. Not gonna lie, his kicks are brutal, but he was mostly just a stepping stone here at this point in my career. Though we did cross paths a few times, and I will say, he was always a pretty fun opponent. Just not on this night.
We're all excited. We are here live from Columbus in Ohio. Tonight's matches are going to be great, JR. Who's that? Uh-oh. Looks like someone is seeking some revenge from last week.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler was right. William Regal did want revenge. Too bad he didn't get it. Also, while I was too busy dealing with Taker and Tajiri, poor old William lost his title as well, so I no longer had a reason to even look his way anymore. And I think that bothered him a lot looking back. That's probably why he challenged me to that match to begin with. This is where Vince and I started to have that working relationship that we have now, where he started to respect me, but I also didn't like the fact that he lied to me though, because, well, as you guys see, the title match was happening on Heat, and well, Sunday Night Heat isn't the pay-per-view. It literally takes place before the pay-per-view when there is a pay-per-view. So that sucked. So, no pay-per-view debut for me. Yay.
Hey, someone's coming.
But despite my pay-per-view woes, didn't mean that I was completely out of luck. I was getting noticed by the big boys in the back.
Whew, this is intense. I can't take it anymore. We have a title match tonight.
You know, as much as I wish I could say Eddie and I put on a banger, we unfortunately just didn't. We just didn't have time. Mostly because the pay-per-view was about to start and we were kind of being rushed, so yeah, it sucked, but on the bright side though, I was still champion at the end of it. One legendary frog splash later, and there you have it. I was the Cruiserweight Champion of the world, and it was a phenomenal feeling. Still wish I had my teeth, though.
Hallelujah.
You guys might think he's joking about me paying for the drinks, but he wasn't. Turns out Maven has a rule that whoever wins matches pays for the drinks. He lost his matches a lot of the time. A-hole. But drinks aside, I am quite happy to tell y'all that that was my final match on Heat. Well, final match as a jobber and beginner. Might have had a few matches here or there. And I was off to SmackDown, which was a nice feeling to know I made it to the big boy leagues. Though things did get a lot more difficult from there. And well, even though Vince was starting to respect me, he didn't like me very much, as you guys will see later on. But I went on to have a pretty great career, and I hope you guys stick around to find out how much of it was actually all that great. Thank you for watching. Take care.